like.
Welcome to another Handyman Leatherman video. We're working back on the tiny house again. She has done a lot of stuff since we were here last. Check this out. Doesn't that look nice? Remember those rafters that were across there? Was put in there by the previous owners. It turned out really nice. You can just see how much it opened up. Look how the room she's going to have. It just makes the whole place look so much bigger having that raised section like that. She's got the windows all trimmed out corners and bottom. She pre-painted and all the trim, and she exterior stained all the windows. Doesn't that look good? Boy, it's coming out. She even trimmed around that gable area. Gamble, I mean, it's just, that looks really, really good. So now, today, we're gonna be getting the soffits up. It's about 43 degrees, the wind is blowing, but if we keep moving, I think we'll be okay. She likes to repurpose stuff like I do. So she got a bunch of old metal, we ripped them in the strips, and we're gonna be using that as soffit material. And then I've got some aluminum fascia metal that I scored off a job from a customer that I'm donating to her to help her out, and we're gonna bend that for all the fascia. So let me show you the metal. So she's already ripped it down to the sizes. We just got to pick our side we want to use. She's already primed it and painted it. So now we're just going to clean it off and start putting it up there and screwing it off. We put a piece of trim up against the metal and against the side of the house, and we're caulking it all in to make it look nice. And there you go, one side complete as far as the soffit goes, really looking nice. Building wouldn't be off.
No.
Of course not.
You know that framer, he's a good guy.
Yeah. I mean, I might have built on a crooked building, but I made it straight.
Right.
And then she leveled it out and threw my stuff off.
I'm sure everything was creaking and popping, man.
Boom! Look at that crazy wind. I tell you what, it was really intense and keeping you on your toes trying to hang that metal in the soffit, and then later on the fascia without that wind grabbing a hold of it and bending it and throwing us off the roof. But we got through it and it turned out really nice. Rolled out the metal, used my sheetrock T-square, and using a razor knife, you can simply just score this thin aluminum metal 2 or 3 times, and it usually just pops apart really easy. This is how we get it into multiple pieces to bend to the shapes we need. Just crease it like that and pop. Okay, so the piece we need is 1.5 inch lip on top and 1.5 inch lip on bottom. So that equals 3 inches, and then 7.5 inches, so we're at 10.5. So I marked that at 10.5, so we need a 10.5 piece. So we put our piece into the aluminum brake. We're on our mark to 10.5. We score it with our razor knife 2 or 3 times. That way we could break off the excess we don't need. We're raising up on the handles, and it bends it over. We push it down, and it usually pops it just like that. Now we just got to watch that wind. We put our piece in there upside down, and we bend it with the lip facing out first. Then we pull it out, flip it around without the wind grabbing it, and slide it right back in so we can bend up the other edge. This is like a C shape because it's gonna, part of it's going to slide underneath the metal, and the bottom part's going to slide over the edge of the soffit. I had to do this on the fascia on the front and the back. Just like that. That looks really nice. She's gonna sand it and paint it down. Now we're gonna cut some small pieces. These are some scrap pieces. We're gonna be bending our L shape for the 2 ends because they're gonna go partially under the metal. This is a simple bend. Just one bend, just like that. Now we got them all in the truck, ready to go. There she goes. She's got them all sanded and painted. This is the next day. Now it's time to install them.
I'll forget to bring my drill down.
We could probably do that side when we get over there.
Yeah.
Let me just get some nails in this. This is some foam corrugated preformed piece that's going to slide into the ends of the metal. This is where I messed up when I did the build. I built the roof a little too big, and we didn't have enough overhang that I liked. So we're sliding this foam in, and then we'll come back and screw in the edges of the metal that we never screwed in because we wanted to wait to get the fascia metal slid in there. Hopefully no water gets in. That's our biggest goal. Now this piece of fascia, I'm bending over one end so it wraps around the corner because the next fascia piece is going to slide all the way up to the edge so we have a really clean edge. We're tacking down the metal with aluminum nails, and here she is screwing down the roof metal after we installed the fascia. That's that piece I was telling you about, how we wrap it around. That way the next piece slides right up to the edge. We've already got the lower one in. Now let's put the upper one in. And look at that. Nice and clean. All the fascia is done. This has really turned into a beautiful, beautiful project. She has got a gorgeous little addition on her tiny house. This is something I never thought about doing before. But look at it. All complete. All the sides. The trim piece on the bottom is all cocked around. She's finished all the trim work on the windows. And as you can see, pretty much painted almost all the siding also. All she's got to do is go back and touch up the caulking and the last of the trim work, and it is completely done up high. Now we're inside. She wants to put a window in her kitchen, so I cut out the sheetrock and framed in the window. For some reason I did not record that, but then we slid the sheetrock back in and cut out the hole.
There be light. That's awesome.
You think nobody's out there?
You killed my cat.
Poor cat. And there we go. New kitchen window. Now she can start putting her kitchen together. As you can see, it's came along really nice. She's already got the window trimmed out. Things are looking really good. She's done a lot of work around here. She's a very good worker. She needed my help just to kind of get her over the hurdle of the framing and getting all the hard, high stuff knocked out. But now, she doesn't really need me anymore. But anyways, it was fun working on it. I hope that I will, when she gets done, I'm gonna come back over here and show you what the final project is. So it's been a lot of fun. She said she was adding up all the expenses. Now you got to take in mind that the windows that we put in, we got those from a friend, got those for almost nothing. And they're just like shop style windows, single pane. They're nothing fancy. She may pull the trim off later on and put newer windows in, but until then, these windows will work really good. But all the wood and everything that was purchased, it was bought, you know, in I think 2021, so the wood prices were kind of high. She spent about $1,500 getting this all dried in, putting the metal roof on it. The soffit and the fascia were, you know, free, and anywhere we could save any wood, we tore the old rafters from the gamble roof apart and use those 2x4s anywhere we could. So we repurpose as much as we can to save as much expense. So it's turned out really nice, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been a really fun project. It's really neat to do something different than I've ever done before. So until we see you guys on the next project, you guys have fun and stay safe out there. We know that things are just crazy in the world today, and I want everybody to stay safe and have fun with your projects and stay out of trouble. All right, I think it's time to, I don't know, what's the time to do?
Have lunch.
Time to have lunch. You guys take care.